Hello, thank you for showing up to my event tonight. I want to be able to tell you how much it means for me for you to be here so that you can hear my story. Back in 2005, Katrina. Katrina actually took place down in New Orleans. And I was looking at the TV and I was in disbelief. I couldn't believe that so many people in the city of New Orleans and Louisiana were about to be affected in that way. Katrina, more than 1,800 people lost their lives. So I had this terrible secret that I never told anybody about. Is the fact that I could not swim. When I finally told Dana that I couldn't swim, she was in disbelief because she felt like everybody should have known how to swim, especially as an adult. 2010, it happened in our own backyard. And during that time, 2010, we were first first response people. We were near the Mills Creek when this water had started to rise. We saw the house go down the interstate. People lost their lives. I had a friend. It was me and Greg Cook and Dana. We were running a marathon down in San Diego, and my buddy Greg says, "You know what, Terron? I got you signed up for an event. You're really good at this marathon, but I got you signed up, and I paid for everything, and you're in." I was like, "Cool. I like free." So I said, "What is it?" He says, "Well, I signed you up for a half Ironman." He says that all you got to do is you got to run a half marathon. I said, "I could do that all day long." I said, "What else?" "You got to ride a bike for 56 miles. Man, I love the bike. And you got to swim 1.2 miles. I'm like, "What you talking about, Willis?" "I got to what?" "You got to swim." That's how I got into it. I said, "When is it?" He said, "It's next year." I said, "Anybody can learn how to swim in 1 year." So I trained. I trained. As a matter of fact, I would go to the swimming pool every single morning, and I would be the last person in the water. I didn't know how to swim. So I trained. And then all of a sudden, here I am on an event day. I got to the event. It's time for everybody to get in the water. We got wetsuit, thank goodness. But I was the most nervous person in the water. I was the last person into the water, and I was the next to the last person to get out of the water. As a matter of fact, when I started, I swam the entire race on my back. So after I got out of the water, Dana's crying like she always do because she knew I got out of the water. But I made it, and thanks to the big Lord above, He allowed me to make it. I prayed the whole time that I was actually swimming on my back, looking up in the sky. So that was Augusta, Georgia. Then I decided to take the next challenge and go for the full Ironman. Me and Stephen, which is probably in the room right now, we had decided after doing a half Ironman event that we're ready for the big challenge. And so that required a lot of training. I met Daryl Freeman during that time. He introduced me to this lovely, lovely swim coach. Her name is Ashley. So as we were doing an outdoor swim, I was kind of not feeling good, but I did the swim anyhow. And everybody knows that Percy Priest has kind of quite a bit of bacteria in that water. But we decided that we were going to swim, and I was going to swim along with being a little not feeling good at the same time. And on this particular time, I didn't really feel good at all. So the next morning, I looked at Dana and I said, "Hey, I'm not feeling really good at all. What am I going to do?" She said, "Well, go to the doctor." I said, "I don't want to go to the doctor." She said, "No, you need to go to the doctor." He actually knew I hated to come to see him, and he actually decided to take a chance and do some extra tests, and by doing that, that's how I found out that I was, that I had cancer during that time. I want to thank a couple of people. I want to thank the good Lord for allowing me to be here. And also, especially, I want to be able to thank Dana, my wife, for supporting me, for believing in me the entire time that I've actually have done every event. She never, ever is apart from me on the events. So thank you, Dana. Okay, now I'm 3 years from the worst news ever that could have been given to me. And now I'm ready to compete in the 2016 World Championship. Now, with your help, not only can I compete, but also we can help others. Thank you.
You go after and you give it all you have. If you lose, at least you try, man. I failed. It's 10 times more of a man than someone said, what if? Because what if never went to the arena?
That's called courage. Now that's the stuff leaders should be made of.
Think something's wrong, maybe it's time to stop. No, it's time to move reinverse. Mentally, you must believe it before you physically start.
I choose to rise, not fall. I choose to live, not die.
The day will be that day. Not tomorrow, not next week, but right now, right here. Belief will change my world. History will remember me. I will define myself. I will never go out not knowing I've given everything I got. 'Cause who am I?